On December 11th, 2017, I had a brain tumor removed. It was my 46th birthday. 5 days later, when I regained consciousness in the ICU, the world wasn't the same as when I went under for the surgery. This is my reality. This is my truth. The truth, according to Trish. For entertainment purposes only, because God knows I'm laughing at my reality.
Okay, hi everybody. We've got Amanda and we've got a special guest today. This is Miss Shelia Stuart. Hi. Sheila, you live here in Missouri with us.
Yes, in the show.
And you have a business that you do online.
Yes, I do. I have a Sheila's Shots and Knots. I build ashtrays. But I make keychains, ashtrays. I make trinkets. I can put just about anything in it. Eventually, I'm hoping to expand into making tabletops and stuff eventually.
She made me the cutest little ashtray with a Q and a flag in the back of it and a Q on top of it. So cute, so cute. So if y'all are on Facebook, go check out her page, give her a like.
I've already bought 2 ashtrays, a set of coasters, 2 shot glasses, and I got some other things that she's going to make for me too. She's done really well at her business, and I am also here to help support this wonderful lady in
Thank you.
A local business.
Local business.
Local
American
small
made.
business.
Anyways, Sheila, go and like her page on Facebook. And it's always nice to find people that are like-minded like you. And so it was really refreshing having conversations with you today. I just met her today. Amanda has known her.
Yes, I have known her and her husband John since I was 18 years old. I walked into the bowling alley with a bunch of friends one night. They both worked there, and we've been friends ever since.
Yep.
That's exactly how that played out and everything. And we have gone periods of time, or long periods of time.
Oh yeah, there was like years
Yeah,
that we didn't even...
and every time we see each other, we just pick up right where we left off.
Right.
You know, and
Called true friends, man.
we understand that life gets in the way.
But it's also awesome. I mean, it's awesome
But
when
I've
that
always
happens.
wanted them to meet. I've always wanted the two of them to meet. I knew they would hit it off and everything. And as soon as they met, it's like I couldn't even get a word in.
Yeah, we were like...
It was like, yeah. And it was so awesome though. So awesome. No jealousy at all.
I share my person. I share my person.
But yeah, I'm
There's
so
plenty
glad.
of me and you
Because-
guys to share.
But what is awesome is picking up with friends like that you haven't seen for a long time, but then to talk with them and to find out that you guys are on like the same track,
Wavelength.
and you're all thinking,
Yes.
you're
Yes.
seeing what's going on in the world, and you're all like, well, this is what I think about that. Really? Me too. You know?
Yeah.
Even better. Double joy, right, girls?
That's
Oh,
right.
exactly.
So what do you think about what's going on in the world today? I mean, okay, there's so many crazy things going on right now.
There are.
But
And
what is like the most cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs thing that, I mean, it's 2021 and nothing would surprise me about now, but I can be shocked a little bit. What is the
Nothing
craziest
is shocking
thing? What is the
anymore.
craziest thing?
especially after some of the stuff that I've seen, you know.
Do you ever walk around going, oh my God, this so wakes people up, but I don't know what it is?
All the time. But it takes an open-minded person to be able to see the truth. Because if you can't open your mind and see that there are other explanations to a lot of things out there, why is what I call my opinion of the White House is the castle and we are the villagers, and that's the way it's always going to be because that's the way they've programmed a lot of people. And I
Program, like television programming?
Yes, video games. You know, my kids play video games. I'm a Sonic fan. I mean, I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Mortal Kombat. Not saying that you should be whiny because you can't get your way or something hurt your feelings. It's like everybody has their own opinion and they control their own life. You don't have to walk around so mad all the time over everything.
So it sounds like that right now, what you're seeing, and what's the biggest, craziest thing is the division.
The division.
And the censorship.
Yes. I think I understand that we as the people out here are fragile to some of their things that they're doing, and you want to turn a blind eye. It happens every day, but there are real problems out there other than these little minute little things like,
Yeah, exactly. Like,
is my hair color okay, or did I put my nail? Yeah.
Gender equality, farting cows. Yeah, shit like that when there's actually actual problems.
You want up the nose or the butt.
Exactly.
Right? Kids eating Tide Pods, you know.
Which is so
Let's put Gorilla Glue on our hair.
Yeah, Gorilla Glue.
Let's drink some bleach.
Let's not worry about, they're distracting us from them taking farmers' land and taking their cattle because that's our source of food.
Well, they've already done that. Didn't
That's
you
what
know Bill Gates owns the majority of the farmland?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he owns all of it.
And think of what he's pumping into our bodies.
Exactly.
And they wonder why, I have been watching a lot on hormones, and they pump these animals full of these hormones, and they tell you they don't, but they do. We're not there to watch. You get somebody that gets tired of feeding into their bullshit. I don't know if to say that, but
Say which one.
No judgment.
No judgment here.
it's just, why can't we all just live happily together? And, why can't we all just get along?
Why can't we all just love one another and get along?
Masks, no masks. Our children shouldn't have to pay for the things that we have done in our lives, and that's what's happening. We have allowed so many things to go on. We've turned a blind eye. We've not watched, or we've read the wrong things. The Capitol owns all the media stations, so therefore, we're going to get what they want us to
And we have to take
believe.
responsibility of our part in playing in this. Because
Yes, we
we
do.
let it happen.
We did.
Yeah. It
And
happened
our
on our
children
watch.
are going to, and our grandchildren. I got 9 grandchildren, and one has cancer, and has since he was 2. And he's fighting to keep his life. And to me, I would give my life for him. I had an uncle that died in the war so we could have our rights. Now I'm looking, and he's probably turning in his grave because what did he die for? If all this is being taken away from us, he's
Every veteran
gone.
or every soldier who's ever died in any war, we're supposed to be living in honor of their lives for what they sacrificed so that we could live the lives that we did.
right.
And then a lot of people aren't doing it. I mean, the way
We're
they're
failing.
acting, the way
Epic
we're
fail.
acting and everything, it's nothing but a slap in the face
No,
to
it's
every soldier that has ever fought and lost their lives, went over there, lost limbs, and came back and was a completely different person. Everything that they have to go through so that these wine bags can cry wolf because I want to be preferred as a he, you're a she. Deal with it.
Well,
I don't have a problem if somebody wants to change their gender. If I have a stepson that is gay. That is, I have no problem with that. Matter of fact, I want to do his makeup. I said if you're going to wear makeup like a woman, you need to wear it proudly and make us proud of you wearing makeup.
represent.
That's right. I don't have a problem with it. Just don't push it on me.
Yeah.
I'm my own person. Why do everybody got to control everybody? Why
Yeah.
can't everybody just help each other?
I got a question. So you're talking about the rights. This is our first point.
Right.
Okay, so you're seeing a lot of censorship, and that's really crazy right now. Where do you see the censorship happening? Do you see the censorship happening on just on one side? Do you see censorship happening on certain stories? I mean, because to me, I plainly see it. And if you're trying to
Okay.
censor something, then you got something to hide, right?
Right.
So what do you think about that?
Well, of the whole.
Do you think one side gets censored more than the other, or do you think?
Oh,
It's just
yes.
you know.
Well, I mean, look, they bashed Trump. Look what they did. They said, all these people said, oh, we're going to leave the United States if he makes president. Okay, you don't have to like him. He's your president. You still should respect him. I don't like Biden, but I'm not out there every day bashing him. I'm not out there on YouTube and Twitter, you know, saying, look at our president. I may share it because I think it's funny.
Yeah, in his defense,
Right.
we don't have to. He makes it all funny, and we don't have to do anything about
That's
that
right.
at all. So.
You know, he does
all the work
all.
for us.
That's right. And you know,
You know?
they talked about Trump and the way that he talks. Look at Biden. He can't. He smells children.
Yeah, and refers his kids rubbing the blonde hairs on his legs as little roaches.
And if you don't vote for him, then you ain't black.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. I think that if people feel they need to wear a mask, wear a mask. I'm not going to criticize you. You know why? Because that's not me. Me personally. I don't want the vaccination. I don't want my son to have the vaccination. I don't want my husband to have the vaccination. If you want the vaccination, get it. People that's already wanted it has already got it. Leave us alone. We don't want it. I don't like medication. Therefore, why would I want a shot that puts some kind of something when we develop immunities? We got a better chance of building our own immunities. If we don't, then that means God's calling us home and saying, hey, you can either go back down as somebody else or as an animal or whatever, or come back as a person and try to do better.
So do you think that this is kind of new in the last 2 weeks? We're seeing a lot in the media, a lot of violence. Against the ones that take the cure and the ones that aren't taking the cure.
Yes.
It's getting pretty nasty, and people that we have known for a long time and thought they had some common sense are getting behind this. And Sheila, I feel like they took it and they're maybe scared. They're finding out things now that they didn't know, and maybe they should have researched a little more, so they're doubling down on it because they don't want to be wrong, and they're too scared to admit they're wrong. And oh my God, if they do admit they're wrong, then it's admitting that, oh my God, something is wrong with me, and something, you know. What do you think?
I look at it this way.
And you're not going to change anybody's minds, right?
Oh,
now.
no.
Yeah.
We all knew it was a trial thing. When vaccination come out, they said, come and get it. It wasn't supposed to be mandatory. It's like the flu. You shouldn't be made to take it. It's our body, our right. I don't see where the government can force so much on people. Why don't we all band together and force them to not have wages, force them to live like half of us, instead of trying to be better.
Well, that's a good segue into something else we all wanted to talk about. All right, we were talking earlier, and Amanda has apparently in the last week went to 3 different
places in my hometown to go eat.
Okay, she got a rant bitch going on here. Go,
Yes,
girl.
I do.
Go.
Okay. First time we go to Wendy's and we order our food and everything, and then we get home and half of that shit was wrong. The second time we go to Sonic, a couple nights later, and everything. We get our food home. It was messed up. Go to Denny's, where they were not busy. This is early in the morning. Me and my husband, after getting our kids on the bus, go to Denny's. We were the third group in there. That was it. They were not busy, and they still got our order wrong. And these are people that are wanting $15 an hour. They have no pride in anything that they're doing, and they think they deserve $15 an hour. I don't care what kind of job you had. You should be blessed that you have a job and put pride in that job, because you could be a lot worse off than what you were working that job.
Yep.
And especially when you're, working for the public. I know you hate it. I fucking work for the public, and I fucking hated it. But when you're getting paid and you got family to support and everything else,
I'm not
you
saying
put a fake
anything.
smile on. You can smile and be nice as long as you're getting paid. And honestly,
Good etiquette.
and it's all about how you do your job, and you get poor service, you're not going to get business because everybody's going to stop going.
Yep.
Because they're not getting what they ordered.
Mandy, you're not the only one. John and I, we've had a couple of problems. Little cafe on West 76 there in Anderson. Sunday morning, we ordered some breakfast. We got home, and I had ordered a child's pancake, on the side. It was burnt. It was so burnt, it was freaking embarrassing, I didn't call down there. I didn't want to make a stink or anything. But hearing you talk about, and listen, we live in Anderson. To come to Neosho, it's a good 15-20 minute drive to come to a fast food place.
Yeah.
At Grove, Oklahoma is the next down, and they have an Arby's, Sonic, a couple of Chinese places and stuff like that. We've even picked up something from Arby's down in Grove, Oklahoma. Drove all the way back to Anderson, Missouri, opened it up on that chicken gyro thing, and there wasn't even any chicken in it at all. So what are we going to do? Turn around and drive 45 minutes for, all I'm saying is people used to take pride in their work. It doesn't matter what job you have. You're doing a job, do it right. Do it right the first time.
That's how you keep your job.
What I have
that's how
developed was that when I walk into a job and I fill out an application, I know what I'm getting into.
You know what's expected.
Yes, exactly.
I know what is expected of me, and this is what I'm being paid for. They're not paying you to get mouthy with them. Have some respect for them. They might have some for you.
Hey, you never know.
Respect goes a long ways,
It goes both ways.
and it does. You got to give it.
goes both ways.
You get what you give.
Yeah.
You
You put in 100%, you get back 100%. You put in good karma, you get back good karma.
Oh, I'm counting on it. I'm
Yes,
counting
absolutely.
on it.
But it's just frustrating. I remember being 16 and having my first job. I worked at KFC, and everything. And
Sonic.
Taco place.
we,
Well,
as a
babysitting
crew
jobs,
back then, we were awesome. We didn't matter what school we went to. If you worked there, they became your friends. They became your family. You spent more time with them than you did at home because you were going to school, going to work, and everything. And you were around these people all the time, and you guys built a relationship, and you guys had a good time. I did.
We're
anyway.
family, and we're not even blood.
Yeah,
Family
we
is
work together a couple
who
of
you
different
make
times
it.
and everything, and it's just. But we had pride in what we did because
Yeah.
we knew that in order to be able to go to a friend's house or go to a party, we had to work to put gas in our car to get there. It might have been petty shit, but we still made sure we showed up for work, and we did our damnedest because there was no room really to mess up all the time. If you were slacking all the time, you were out the door. They didn't give a shit about your goddamn feelings. What's going on? That's honestly
Or
how
why
it is.
you were late for work.
They don't care. They don't.
They have a
really don't.
business. They're paying you to do a job, and that's the thing. You sign that paper stating that you're there to do that job. You do that job to the best of your ability.
It
Put
just
in
seems like
100%,
nowadays,
you get 100%.
like from whenever I was a teenager and going to work and everything to what I see now, they're not there because they want to be. They're there because they have to be.
Because they're being made who mom and daddy ain't gonna support you forever. Come on, let's go. Yep.
And so it's like they're on purpose in a way, sabotaging their own jobs just to get fired and go home to mom and dad and it's not fired. Where I work, we have a temp agency, and you wouldn't believe the amount of temps that come through there. And will cop an attitude, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, and the Deco League walks
They
them
don't-
right
yeah,
out. They don't care.
These young people, I cannot believe that they even think that they can even work with attitudes like that.
And,
it's just totally.
come come in and expecting that you should be able to, right off the bat, make what a full-time employee
Exactly.
does. Well, who do you think you are? I mean, honestly, you think you're the only one that wishes they made that much money? No, you work from the bottom and you work your way up.
Yep.
You earn your way.
Yep.
It's not just handed over to you.
That's the problem.
Yep, because
And
a lot
I
of
have to
these
say-
kids are getting it
Yes.
handed to them.
And it just
And I'm bad
irritates
about
me
it.
to no end.
I'm guilty.
Because,
You know,
you
we love our kids, but
We
we're
really
also
did-
not
we got
teaching them
suckered
that.
into it too.
Well,
you know,
see-
give them a better life than what we had. But what we really did was make them soft, because
We
I was
did.
always running into, pull her out of situations where she should have learned a lesson and got tougher skin, and here she is, 29,
Because we
learning what I
we're
learned
in
at
their
15.
shoes instead of letting them learn their lessons.
Yeah,
we
got
cushion the
suckered.
blow.
We got suckered into it.
We've allowed it though.
Yeah, we have.
We've allowed it.
So we have a shortage of people with common sense today working jobs, because they can't see the pictures and what they're supposed to put in the sandwich or the... Okay, another thing we need to talk about, shortages. Segue into that. All right. We're going to get off all that. And we're going to talk about some shortages into the grocery stores, right?
Right.
Food prices are really getting jacked up.
Skyrocketing. How can they do?
Skyrocketing. Not just the gas, guys. It's food too.
Don't
Are
they
your
have
shelves up
laws
here?
don't they have laws against gouging, price gouging?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
but
be considered price gouging? To me, it would be price gouging.
I mean, are people really going to question this when they don't question other big questions they should be asking?
Exactly. They're not going to question
So,
it because they don't
we
want to do
know-
research. They just want to believe what they're being.
With prices going up and everything, guys, it's more important than ever. If you've watched any of my videos, you know we're big preppers,
Yes.
and
we are very-
there's
I'm gonna
nothing
learn.
crazy about it. Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
gonna learn.
she's not a prepper, but we're gonna get her started on learning how to prep and everything. But I've said this before in a video. It is better to prepare for nothing at all to happen than something happening and just not be prepared.
It's better to
whatsoever.
have it and not need it
Yes,
than need it and not
not-
have it.
Exactly.
And if you love your family, come on. You don't
Yeah.
want to ever look at your kids or your grandkids and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have nothing to feed you," because there's
Exactly.
nothing at the store.
That is a horrible
And yeah,
thing.
I will
Yes,
never,
it really is.
ever
And
do
it is
that.
such a sense of security knowing that,
We don't have to
there
worry
was
about
no
it.
toilet paper. We weren't worried. No, we weren't rushing out to all the stores
I wasn't.
trying to find toilet paper.
I was
because
running
we-
toilet paper up to Web City.
Yes,
Need some?
we were sharing with what we have, and because this is what we do. We take the time to buy a little at a time, so that and it mainly didn't even start out because in case there was a something like this happening, I always did it because of winter. If the weather got too bad and we couldn't get out.
And if anybody
We live in
knows
Missouri,
Neosho,
guys, you
it's
never know
hilly.
what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
You never know if you're going to get ice, snow, rain mix. You just never know. You could be stuck in for like 2 to 3 weeks with no
Well,
way
everybody
to get out.
remembers in 2006 whenever the
The
ice
ice storm.
storm,
Yeah, I was
2005,
pregnant.
the ice storm.
I just had Chase,
Yeah.
he was 6
I was out on
months
the
old.
mail route.
And-
Trees were falling behind me on the mail
It
route.
was absolutely insane.
I was taking coffee out to some of the people, the men and women that came down to help.
I was carrying extra candles in my mail car and giving them to customers who didn't have any because they couldn't get out. They hadn't had electricity in 2 weeks. But guys, it's more important than ever to prep. And we're going to talk more about this because we wanted to teach Sheila how to do some prepping. And we have another friend of Amanda's, Miss Shelley.
Yes, me and Sheila have a friend named Shelly, and we just got to reunite with her earlier
Oh my gosh,
today,
yeah,
and
for
we
some
haven't
years.
seen her. I have not seen her in like 13, 14 years since
Yeah.
my kids were babies.
And mine was a couple more years before that.
And guess what? She is prepping too.
Yes,
and
she is.
is.
She
like-minded.
thinks like we do. She-
Yep.
It's been a beautiful afternoon, and we want to
It
thank
is.
Sheila for
I wanna
coming
thank you
on
guys
and
for
doing a video
watching.
for us. And y'all take care and prep, all right?
Prep.
Bye.
You are one badass skull cracking motherfucker. You used to work for the post office, didn't you?